Hey everybody, this is Perch and DC news. So DC is in the midst of announcing new titles, new initiatives. They already announced this Dawn of DC, which is spinning out of Dark Crisis and Lazarus Planet, and Lazarus Planet kind of the kickoff of all these things. We talked about that event already, and there has been some focus on Superman, but DC. Well, first of all, if I rewind a little bit, there was a lot of speculation and people had inside sources that were saying that Zaslav was going to come in, they're going to cut DC to the bone, and really looking at what sells and what isn't. At the same time, DC is saying, no, we are getting through Dark Crisis. We're going to go for, the words kind of Rebirth 2.0, but this hopeful era, Dawn of DC, getting back to the core. A lot of those things were said. It's definitely not Rebirth 2.0 in terms of how it's being sold and everything else, but it's basically the optimism sell, if you will. DC for years, people have been speculating it's months away from ending entirely. But once again, kind of we get somewhat slightly when we had Infinite Frontier and the new titles that came out of that. They start announcing a ton of new titles, and then we're off to the races again. So DC revealed a bit more of Dawn of DC, calling it a line-wide multi-event narrative initiative, which is that kind of makes your head spin a little bit. Ooh, multi-events! Can't wait. Anyway, a lot of new series. They're saying they're announcing 20 new comics in addition to keeping many of their current comics going. So by the count, and we're going to do the full DC comics solicitation for February here shortly, but it's growing. That's the kind of it in a nutshell is DC are going to be publishing more comics per month. That is a guarantee in terms of the books that they're adding, the books that they're keeping. That is what it looks like. But let's see what they have so far. Obviously, we talked about Superman. You have Superman #1 by Josh Williamson, Jamal Campbell, featuring kind of the Superman family. You have more focus on John Kent. He's getting a series, kind of they cancel a series or relaunching the series with Tom Taylor. So Clayton Henry, similar creative team, John Kent, going to take on Ultraman in Adventures of Superman, John Kent. But then we get some new titles. So the Unstoppable Doom Patrol, they've got a new little kind of P logo, half P, like, slightly new team, some new members. It looks like they're sort of trying to link up to the television show on HBO Max, but also not. This is due in March, courtesy of Dennis Culver and Chris Burnham. They're going to have a fairly big presence in Lazarus Planet. You have Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow. This was, of course, the DC Round Robin winner that I couldn't remember. This is by Kenny Porter and Janoy Lindsay. And this is Connor Kent Superboy wants to do something new that we haven't seen in the Superman titles and leave Earth and have a journey of self-discovery on Warworld. No, I'm just kidding. He's finding a group of freedom fighters who challenges everything Connor stands for and what it means to bear the Superman crest. Then we're getting 2 Green Lantern titles, ongoing series, Green Lantern Hal Jordan and Green Lantern John Stewart. Green Lantern Hal Jordan will return Hal to Earth and have what they say blockbuster superhero action storytelling roots from Mariko Tamaki. And John Stewart will be a back to the basics as a military-trained, gritty, heroic Green Lantern by Philip Kennedy Johnson. They are going to be abandoning all of the cosmic material that was in the last 2 series that we saw from Green Lantern. Green Arrow is another ongoing title. Oliver Queen has been lost since Dark Crisis, and his family is determined to find him, but dangerous forces are determined to keep them apart at any cost. This is going to be by Josh Williamson. We have Batman, Brave and the Bold, Simone DeMeo, and this one is going to have basically a Batman writer, so you're going to love it, paired with a variety of artists and heroes. So our writer to kick off will be Tom King, returning to Batman, and we will see creative by Mitch Gerards, Gillian March, Gabriel Hardman, Dan Mora, Rob Williams, and more in this Batman and a team-up book. Cyborg. We do not have a writer or artist yet, but this title will be launching in May, and it'll be taking on the huge status quo changes from Dark Crisis, where Victor Stone is changed forever. and he holds the secret to Earth's future. Cyborg's solo title. We have Shazam. Shazam as a new book by Mark Waid and Dan Mora. And this will have Superman as more of like the Superman in the movie. He's got a lot of growing up to do, hanging out the Rock of Eternity, secret clubhouse where he can travel through space-time, punching dinosaurs in the face, holding his breath on the moon, etc. Wild and fun adventures. We have The Penguin, an ongoing series from Tom King and Stefano Guadino. And this is basically the Penguin escapes Gotham City and retires from his criminal past only to be forced back into organized crime by the U.S. government. How could they? So the Penguin is going to be doing that. Steelworks, which also does not have a writer or an artist, will feature John Henry Irons and the character of Steel, as well as Natasha, and the adventures that they have in Metropolis trying to bring them into the future. And then DC promises two other things, that there will be several more titles. Again, they announced 20 new books in 2023, and that a strong emphasis on Superman, bringing out that brand, in addition to everything they're doing with Batman, which to date has been everything, as well as mini events. So copying a bit of the Marvel model of having lots and lots of events through the year, Lazarus Planet obviously being the first one. But the other piece of news that they announced is that there will be a new Titans book or a new relaunch, and that they're going to hold off on a Justice League book and not have one for a little while, and they're going to let the Titans officially be the premier team. The Titans will basically in the pages of Nightwing by Tom Taylor, we saw basically that Superman is going to more or less hand over the reins of protecting the DCU to the Titans. And we've got a little bit of it's his time to lead. And so the Titans will move their base of operations to Bloodhaven. The solicitation shows pretty much the classic Titans team. We've got Nightwing, Wally West, Donna Troy, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Starfire, and Raven. Again, some of these things make sense if you think back to Zaslav Discovery and so what they want to do with DC. They want to have strong connections to where they're going with the movies and the DC universe. So the comics are going to play an important role in that. Obviously, they have a Titan show, just like they have a Doom Patrol show, just like they're going to be making the MCU. That there you could see the connection. It's not a perfect connection. It's not page for page matching, but you're at least seeing them put emphasis with mostly the same characters that they have on the screen as mostly the same characters in the comics. So that's what we've got. DC, Dawn of DC, more DC titles. Definitely we will have more out from DC every month. What are you buying? What are you excited for? What do you like? Is it a good direction? Not a good direction? No, I'm done. Or, yeah, I may be coming back. Let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and thanks for listening.